our little church shows that everybody from down in South Africa up to Egypt takes a porridge, and our children are weaned with the porridge. Our vision is to be 70% of Africa by the year 2030.
Soya started with my dad lying on his favorite couch and saying, I have a dream, I'm going to start my own company, and I'm going to start a company that does not just feed me, it also feeds the society around us.
Yeah, my name is Akaburu Mugweka. I'm the CEO of Soya Kenya Limited. Soya Kenya Limited is a high social impact company. Our ideology is to fight malnutrition, poverty, and unemployment. Starting a food company was an accident, let me say that. And I would say life is full of accidents. I did a proposal for US ADF, I think, and the company was making the proposal for got a grant. Part of the grant was to take someone to America, sponsored by Soya, which is part of that Soya. And they told me, they have been in America so many times, why can't you go? So I grabbed the offer. I had not gone out of Kenya, let alone to America. So I grabbed the offer, went to the University of Illinois for 2 weeks, and that is where I met people from Instapro who asked me to get them an employee in Kenya, to be a director from sales and marketing officer. I raised my hand, so they offered me the job. And when they offered me the job, I kept being asked, where can we see this machine? Where can we see an extruder by some of my customers? And then I decided I can keep an extruder here and let me be showing people. A friend of mine, Mr. Sang, gave me an office, and they said, yeah, you can keep it at a corner. And the people kept asking, does this machine ever work? Is it working? Is it working? And Mr. Sang himself asked me, does this damn machine work? I said, yes, it works. He said, I'm not charging you for power. We connected the machine. When we connected the machine, I showed someone from Tanzania how it was working. And we took just a few kilos, around 200 kilograms of soya. We extruded the soya to make soya feed for animals. And I went to a friend of mine in Vika, telling him, no, I have got a soya cake. Can you buy it? They said, let's test the quality. After a week, he called me and said, how much can you supply? I said, any quantity you want. I have a factory, I have the machines, anything you We started Soya Kenya Limited 11 years ago as a small company with one vision, to be in Africa by 2030. The whole of Africa, to cover at least 70% of Africa by 2030. My inspiration, Americans. I've been to ADM in America. They have just one factory, and out of that factory, they are serving the whole world. Why can't we serve the world with the ujilala, which is ready to drink a porridge, or serve the whole of Africa with the same ujilala in another 20 years? It's a continuous business. It's a continuous agenda, and the Americans or the other partners who are coming in, and we have quite a bit of them. At the forefront, we have got Wish. We have got people like Scale who are doing the same for the complete value chain from the farmer to the plate. We have got Gain who are also doing a lot of giving us a lot of technical support. We have got TechnoServe, they are giving us a lot of technical support. And we have got a few others who are giving us that technical support. That one has got to continue.
Cheers.
For free, the most expensive asset in a business is human resource. Not the machines, not the food, not anything else, is human resource. And as long as my human resource, Soya's human resource are happy, then I'm very, very proud of them.
Meeting you. It's a pleasure for taking your time to sit down with us today. My name is Frida Kaburu, and I am currently the Innovation Manager at Soya Kenya Limited.
We produced 50 trays. Now we had 40.
Oh yes, you had 40.
Yeah, so
Frida is the person who's creative, innovative, and very curious about anything and everything. And my kids tell me I'm loud. So, well, they can get their 5 minutes me acknowledging that. Right now at Soya, our focus is on both human and animal feed. And we are currently working with about 6,500 farmers, smallholder farmers in the cereals, focusing on soybean. And then we are targeting about 30,000 farmers to work in the pig and dairy value chains. So ProSoya started with my dad lying on his favorite couch and saying, I have a dream, I'm going to start my own company, and I'm going to start a company that does not just feed me, it also feeds the society around us. And doesn't just feed my family, it also feeds the people that they love. Technically, that's how ProSoya started. We had a lot of experiments in the house and a lot of things that would go wrong, and all of us used to look at the old man and ask, you just retired the other day. How is it that you think you'll succeed in an industry that you've never actually been in? Because being a banker, going into food and nutrition, those are very diverse lines to have been in. But he used his savings, like the last savings, pension savings, to actually start the company. And it is because of that dream that 11 years later we can say ProSoya exists. ProSoya employs over 70 families because there's no one here who is a standalone individual. ProSoya is a company that deals in both human food and animal feeds. So for animal feed, we focus on the chicken, dairy, and pig value chains. And we have feeds for all these categories of animals. And then for human, we have the ready-to-eat powdered, and we have the ready-to-use porridge, which is ujilala. Just to mention, a few years back, before COVID hit, let me say 2 years back, our main focus was on the institutional products, on the institutions. So we were dealing with the county governments, hospitals, schools. And then came COVID. We had to innovate, and my department is the innovation department. So we came up with a product called Ujilala for the retail market. So that is our first product for the retail market. It is our first wet formulation, what we call wet formulation. All our other products are dry formulations, so they are flours. So for human, we do have flours that go to areas where it's feeding programs, where the Red Cross and WFP will use them to feed the, like now we have Turkana. And then we have the ready-to-eat fortified flour, goes by the brand name of Jazia, where you just need to add hot water or warm milk, and you already have a porridge. And then our wet formulation, which is also our first retail product, which is Ujilala, is a fortified blended vanilla flavored ready-to-eat porridge packed in a yogurt look-alike cup. So this is our first retail product. We are very excited about it. The reception has actually been quite good, so to speak, because so far we have guys who are doing the ready-to-eat, but we don't have guys who have the blended, fortified, and flavored. So I was in media for over 10 years, for more than a decade. I actually enjoyed that job, I have to admit. And then it hit me. You go to work and where people say, kampuni sio ya babako. And then I discovered I actually have where I can go to work and say, kampuni ni ya babangu. And here I am today, enjoying my work. It has been a tough road, learning. I have never been in the food industry. I have not worked with farmers before. They are a whole different ball game, I can promise you. I have had to see how silage is prepared, which is a new term for me. Going to see how you cut maize, put it in fermentation, molasses, wait for 21 days, things like those are a learning process for me. It is very exciting because it is something that I've never done. It had gotten to a point where in my life I could actually dream up what I'll do the next day, and it stopped being exciting. So I live by the mantra that find a job that you love and you'll never have to work another day. So right now, I found a job that I love, and here I am. As I mentioned, ProSoya is a high social impact company, and our ideology is to eradicate poverty, unemployment, and malnutrition. So my dad's background is where we always say break the black cycle, where you have to educate your kids, then you pay school fees for them, then the next cycle is about your kids educating their kids and living with relatives, things like those. So he was always of the opinion, how do I break this cycle? So he's always wanted to be an employer. And he started the company based on that. He was like, how do I come on board and break the cycle by creating income for my relatives? So actually the very first employees of the company were family members. We do have a lot of family members still working with us, And my brother was one of those ones. My brother got a better opportunity. He works with one of our key partners, Instapro. Instapro provides for us the equipment around. So my brother is one of the guys who works with them right now. And then I do have a top management, a lot of my cousins. And for this, my father believes it's continuity. Let's put it that way. It's business continuity. So it's one of those things where, you know, it's almost like an Indian kind of focus where you see Indians come with their kids to work every day and they always encourage the kids to work, learn the business. So he sort of adapted that. But the idea behind ProSoya was, how do I break the cycle and make sure that everyone in the family is not coming for handouts? I can provide them, I can show them how to fish, not give them a fish. Risk that we took, well, employing relatives, but then again, deciding that we need to put finances into purchasing our own piece of land, which is off Mombasa Road. And this piece of land gives us, it's a risk because of course we didn't have the money to go and buy it, but we've had to get it financed. But also it is a goal and a vision for us because we would like to stop paying rent and move into our own premises. So that was one of the big risks that we started. Also the fact that our founder, his background is in banking, and he started a company that is in food and nutrition, and he didn't know how that will go. That was also another risk. Some of our products, we have big players. We have our competitors who have been in the industry for 20, 30 years. So for us to venture into animal feeds, an industry where we were not sure how it will work out or how our product will be received, that was also a key risk for us. Ujilala was also a risk, but we've had a lot of support from our partners based on the fact that Kenyans don't know how to do a ready-to-eat porridge, but the reception has been great. So that was a key risk for us. But I have to admit, all the risks that we've taken, some have taken longer to pay off, like your prayers. You don't expect God to answer your prayers immediately, but some have paid off immediately, and others we're still waiting for them to pay off. So they've all been worth it. Yeah. Our main focus has been to work with the society around us. So we have managed to bring on board 6,000 smallholder farmers, and we are going to grow this number to 30,000 farmers. And the fact that we have 6,000 plus right now farmers who believe in our product, who are able to support us, who can say that I use ProSoya products and I am happy and that I can see myself grow, then that for us is also a key measure of success. And then, well, we are growing year on year, so our product line is growing, and our product line is being able to hit the retail market and be accepted. That's also a key measure for us. I would want to see my daughters and my sons one day come and sit here and talk about ProSoya the way I'm talking about it. And as a person, I am a mother. So every day that I go home and I find my kids smiling, that for me is actually great. I can spend all day, every day with those guys. Key lesson: make sure that your biggest resource, which is your human resource, your staff members, are happy, they're satisfied, and that you're always in communication with them. The second one is, do not get comfortable. The third one is, do not be afraid to take risks.